welcome back to RC Icons. In this week's Wednesday Roundup, Dino Blasters. Yes, this week's Wednesday Roundup is the Dino Blaster, along with Caleb's Blitzer Beetle, which has been completely rebuilt. So this is post-running, and I'll get into the running video or the Wednesday Roundup in a second. But first, I need to apologize to everybody. So this past Saturday, a video went out where I showed my 40th RC10 and I showed my Tomy Intruder EX new unbox kit. And the comments were great. Now, I need to preface this by saying that that video was shot literally a week after I got that kit, which is probably 18 days after it was announced. So none of the associated jargon had happened yet. We didn't know how many kits were being made. We didn't know that Associated was not going to follow through with the pre-orders in the UK and everywhere. So none of that mess had happened yet, nor was I aware of it when I made that video. That video was made eons ago. Like literally, I think I may have even said it was like May 8th when that video was made in the video. I knew before I posted the video that I was going to come across as an ass when I was talking about how I wish they only did 4,000 and how, you know, because people are not getting the kit and they're crushed by it, I knew I was going to come across as an ass, which is why I had put that disclaimer in there. I couldn't go back and reshoot it. I don't have time for that, right? So I had to air the video for what it was, but I did go back and I put a kind of a disclaimer saying that I'm sorry that I sound like a jerk. I didn't realize at the time that, you know, Associated was going to fall on their face and blah, 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 blah. There was one comment that kind of grabbed me and it was I don't know who the person is. I hope that they're a subscriber and I hope that they know me well enough to know that, you know, that is not my attitude. I'm not looking to have an anniversary kit that's so special that other people can't have it. The RC10 is such an iconic car that they're obviously going to sell 100,000 day one. Everybody's been waiting for this re-release for years. Ever since 2017 when they put the kibosh on the original re-releases where they said that they weren't going to make the cars anymore ever again. They had done the re-releases. They didn't sell to what they thought they were going to do. And to be honest, Associated was way early. And that's really all it comes down to. They did their re-releases at a time where Vintage RC was just kind of starting to get grip. And if they had waited whatever, you know, 6 years, they would have sold 10 times more kits. No doubt. So yes, I apologize to all of you that wanted one and weren't able to get one because of the whole situation with Associated. If I came across arrogant or unsympathetic, that is absolutely not the case. And I completely understand with the 10T, they did an even more limited amount of those. I do have one of those coming in as well. For us in the States, we only have Associated. Losi doesn't do real re-release. So we only have Associated that we can go to and buy direct at the snap of a finger when they release something. Now, they have not done a re-release since 2017, so this was a gift for us in the United States, where we were able to go straight to Associated's website, order it day one, know it was secure. We don't have to deal with distributors and all the stuff that you guys are dealing with in Australia and in the UK that we typically are dealing with Japanese releases, with everything that you guys are dealing with at the same. It would be like you guys buying a kit from Shoemaker that's literally they're only doing a certain number of, and it's an absolutely limited and epic release, right? If you're in the UK, you're going to have first dibs at those Shoemaker kits because you're in the area where they are built. And then for us, we would be dealing with an outside distributor. So yes, I do apologize. Honestly, I think Associated has seen the writing on the wall with the anniversary kits. And I honestly think that we're going to see both the Gold Pan and the RC10T re-released before the end of the year in a non-anniversary form. I think that they're going to have the re-release of the RC10, and it's going to be in a regular RC10 box without the 40th, without the hologram, without all of the stuff that comes with the anniversary kit. I think we're going to see that. They would be crazy not to. They would absolutely be crazy. They'd be turning down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because the demand is just that big. And the same with the 10T. I think we're going to see that re-released in a regular 10T box, non-60th anniversary box, no numbers on it. And the market's going to be flooded with these cars. That's just my feeling, my gut reaction. I hope that's the case because I do believe in re-releases, but I'm also a collector. So there's two very distinct sides to me. There's the side where I want my collection to be worth something. I want it to be, I work hard for the money that I spend on it, right? So for me, it's, I have that collector side, but I also have that side. I give cars away. Like I'm a generous guy. I want people to be able to enjoy this stuff no different than I do, right? So I hope that Associated is understanding and listening to the market. They know that the demand is there. They just need to put these things in boxes and offer them. Even if they were anniversary kits that they did more numbers of, whatever, that's fine. It's not a big deal, and I really didn't mean to come off like an ass. So you guys know that that's not me. So I apologize if I offended anybody. Running videos. So this week's Wednesday roundup, like I said, is the Dino Blaster. Now, you long-term followers watched me build this one from new in box last year, and then you watched me run it on a baseball field one time. I was only ever going to run this car once. It's still absolutely mint. There's nothing wrong with it. I broke a front upright because I'm an idiot and dropped it off the tailgate of my truck. Yeah, that's me. I'm a buffoon. So if you aren't a long-term follower, yeah, I'm an idiot. I loved that run so much that if you are a long-term follower, you saw me bring this one in. I had to get a runner. I had to get one that I could go to and beat the living piss out of. And this truck is awesome. I'll be honest though, I just spent 4 hours putting electrics in this thing, getting it ready to go. I was so excited. I brought it out. I did turn laps, but there weren't many. I have an issue with the ESC. Went to shit. I'm shutting it off, and it's not that depowering the truck. Everything is still on. And then I also have an issue with the spur gear. Now, I say in the beginning of the running video, 64 pitch spur. Very fine-tooth spur gear on the Dynastorm and the Dino Blaster. There's a 3-tooth pinion on here, but something was not loving life. Now, I've never run this truck before until today. So I don't know if it's the pinion to the spur. I thought I had a good mesh when I bench tested it, and it sounded fine. But you know the sound of gears that are crunching. And we had a little bit of that. I was able to turn some laps, not at full gusto, and the truck is just awesome, just like I remembered running this one. I do have, from a Buy Bargain, a whole rear section off of a Dynastorm, MDC slipper, the whole gearbox, UJs, the whole 9 yards. I bought this because I had this. So, in the running video, you're going to see this turn some laps, although it wasn't 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and I was starting to have issues to the point to where I lost all power. It's absolutely this crap 1060 knockoff that I put on here. This all came out of the 211 that I ran last year, and it ran fine. So I was like, whatever. I pulled it out of the 211, stuck it right in here, didn't even have to rebind the receiver. Thought it would be that easy. Well, again, I'm an idiot, right? This ESC is shit. So I need to swap the ESC out. I'm going to open up the gearbox and take a look at it to see if something is too far gone, I have parts right here regardless. I also have another bag of parts as well because I want this to be a long-term runner. I got a little taste. I'm excited about it. So this will probably be Wednesday's Roundup next week as well, Redemption. And then Caleb's Blitzer Beetle. Let me tell you, this video is all about that car. He absolutely ripped that thing on the track. You guys are going to love it. The Blitzer Beetle by far is the best bang for the buck two-wheel drive as far as I'm concerned. Tamiya or non-Tamiya. Now, you can buy that car. I bought one on Buyee for $80, new in-box kit. It's got an RZ, so it's the on-road super stock motor in it. And I'll be, that thing absolutely rips. Like, it's unbelievable. You'll see it in the video. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd ask you to consider subscribing, even though I can be an ass from time to time. I'm sorry. I try to be transparent. So everyone's going to be a dick someday. So I apologize. Thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the Blitzer Beetle. If you have any feedback on the RC10, you can throw it into the comment section of this video, but I feel bad that people are, pre-orders were canceled and stuff. It's just, it's such bullshit. Regardless of anniversary kits or numbers or limited editions or any of that garbage. One thing that the guy said to me that really kind of hit me home is, you've got, your house is overflowing with uber rare cars and it's not enough for you. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely correct. My house is overflowing with uber rare cars, and I still am buying them left and right, and I'm never satisfied, and I get it. But that doesn't mean that I need to be non-sympathetic to someone who's really trying to get a car that happens to be an anniversary edition that can't get it. I was tempted to give him mine, to be completely honest. Because I know he probably, deep down inside, wants that car more than I appreciate it for what it is. I'm going to end on that note. We'll see you next time. Thanks. All right, so we're back down at the track. Today, what is today? June 24th, 25th. Tomorrow is Wednesday Roundup, and I need to get something filmed. So what do we have today? Well, of course, Kayla's got his Blitzer Beetle after being completely rebuilt. Lost a brush spring last time he ran it, and he also lost a screw in the servo saver. So we had to take that truck apart. Took me a while to figure out that the brush spring was missing. Tested the ESC and that was working, and then had to test the motor. So let me show you what we got for today, because the one I'm running you have not seen on the track yet. All right, so the weapons of choice, you might have caught a glimpse. The Blitzer Beetle is back in action. Oh, what do we have here? The Dino Blaster. So you long-term followers watched me do a Dino Blaster running video last year with my new built Dino Blaster. It was very early on in the channel. You also may have seen at one point I brought in a runner Dino Blaster because I ran that new built truck once on a ball field and I absolutely loved it. So I bought a runner. So this one is my runner. I've never run this particular one, just the first one. So if you're not familiar with the Dino Blaster, it's got the MDC slipper clutch on it, same as the Dino Storm. It does come from the Dino Storm family. Shares a lot of the same geometry, although it does not have the FRP chassis, plastic tub chassis. So this Dino Blaster has oil-filled alloy coilover shocks instead of the CVAs, and it's sporting a TR15T front bumper, front uprights, and rear uprights. They're supposed to be a little bit more robust because it was meant for nitro truck. 1060 ESC with a pink Ecto Tune motor. And the other thing that's different on this truck is it's one of the only cars I have that's a 64 pitch spur gear. Very fine tooth spur. So 23 tooth pinion. I forget what the Dino Blaster slipper is standard. And then same JX servo that we're always running on 2S. So let me get up to the driver's stand. We'll give this thing a rip. All right, here we go. Wednesday Roundup, baby. Whoa, whoa. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if it's my spur. I'm gonna take it easy because I've got some grinding going on. Why are you broken already? Shocks are bottoming out a little bit. I think it's tire rub that we're hearing, by the way, against that body. It's so smooth though.
Hate having no reverse.
Yeah, no, it's definitely pinion. I have extra slippers. I mean, extra spur gears though. So I'm gonna keep going. Just try to take it easy. Give you guys some running footage. That truck is so fast on that BZ motor, that RZ motor. Whoa. Well, I might have a lipo cutoff situation here. Either that or that battery's junk. I get no power at all. That's as fast as I can get it to go. That thing's ripping. Dude, take it easy. Caleb's ripping. Blitzer Beetle showing up the Dino Blaster. And he wonders why he breaks it every time he brings it out. Caleb's stealing the show today. Oh, that thing is ripping. So yeah, that's an RZ motor in that thing. If you couldn't tell. It's like the fastest 23 turn motor I've ever seen on stadium truck tires. I bet it's hot. Can't figure out why you lost the brush spring. Is it hot?
No.
Good.
Well, you hold it there for a while.
That ain't bad. I think that battery's junk.
Yep.
I just bought 4 new lipos, so it's not a big deal. And keep an eye on that one for sure. Caleb's ain't junk.
You can tell it's slowing down now.
Well, when you hold it full bore for 6 minutes straight, it's gonna do that. If you guys are looking for a fun two-wheel drive that's short money, that's the car right there. I bought one on Buy, new in box for $79. It's like a sales video for Tamiya right here. Thing handles so nice.
See, I have no reverse.
Yeah. Shut up.
Power off receiver first.
Ooh.
Something's up with it. Yeah, I got nothing. Well, that's gonna do it for this Wednesday's roundup. We'll see you next week.